Well, we got out at 72 and boom, the market popped up real quick there to 76, so we didn't even have an opportunity to get back in. That sort of stinks. We'll pause the video and see what we hold, but I think we're going higher to the gap. We're going to buy the 76s. I sometimes am successful doing this. This is definitely a late trade location, but we're going to go ahead and take them. Need this K period now to break up. There's 8 minutes left to the L period. Our stop is down below 72. We'll pause the video and let the K period do its thing. Well, our impulsiveness got us in a bad trade location there. We're probably going to get stopped out at 72. Something similar like last time. That's 2 trades with poor trade location. I tried to chase that. It looked like it was breaking. Had a lot of volume come in up at the second standard deviation. It pulled down to the second standard deviation below the 0 line briefly, but by the time the next bar opened up, the market was off to the races. So we'll stay with our 72 here. Still think the gap is the destination trade. I think we got up to the low of the closing range in C period. I think there's a really good chance, if I can stick with this trade, that we're going to close that gap at the 90s. So the 76 doesn't look so bad, all set at 88 or 90. See if we can get up there before we get stopped out. You know, if we get much higher in the L period, we get above the B and D period high at 83, and the gap might not be the stopping point. We could have a short covering rally if anybody senses that the low 50s was the low, although still Globex typically doesn't make lows that are that hold, and the Globex low was 53, I believe, 55, something like that. But we're off to the races here, so we'll hold on to our 76s and see if we can, you know, make 30 points on the trade. If that's the case, we'll shatter our other earlier record. I'm not sure what the total would be. I haven't updated the spreadsheet yet, but it'll be a good day. We're bouncing around here a little bit between the 73s and the 76s, up to 80, 75, and bounced down to 74. I think they're trying to shake the tree here before this next leg up. The L period just opened up 2 minutes ago. So we built another positive bar, 13,000 positive delta on 177,000 positive. 177,000 volume with 13,000 positive delta in the K period. So that should bode well for the L period. Here we go, testing the 77 again. So we'll keep our stop at 72. We could probably move it up to 73, but I don't really see a need for that. We'll keep it at 72 and see if we can get a little bit higher here. You can see when the market runs, you can see that the inventory is just completely withdrawn from the market. That's the beauty about getting on the right side of these moves. You can see there's just no volume. The sellers have removed all their offers, and the market just runs. Any bidding up of the activity just goes 3, 4 contracts, 53 contracts at the bid, 77 at the bid, just no selling, and boom, the market shoots up a few points. So this is what we needed. The L period's been open 4 minutes. We're approaching the K period high. We need to break over that. The market might pause here. If we break over that, then we're off to the races, in my opinion. There's a double top at the K period. A little more push. There we go. Now we need to keep the momentum. Initiate bid activity. Initiate offer activity, and you'll see the volume cluster start to short cover today beneath us. And there's a good chance that 88 target in the C period high could be achieved or the close. at 92. So we'll try to be patient here. I feel like I had this trade from the 61s, but in reality I'm only a few points into the trade. You know, about 12 combined points, because I recognized that there was a shift in sentiment down way below us, but just didn't take advantage of the opportunity. So we'll suffer here and you know, be a little more patient, try to wait and see if we can get 10 points on this up at the 86s. Times 3 would be a 30-point trade, put us at around 90 points for the day. We're going to take the 80-50s out. We'll look for a re-entry if we have to, but I'm not going to give any more profit back. That might be a mistake, but nonetheless, 80-50 out. We'll look for another opportunity. That's funny. That's the same price, same profit we got on the last trade, 13.5 points. We really wanted to wait for the gap close, but it looked like the L period was getting top heavy. So we'll see if we get a little pullback here. Well, we're trying to keep a keen eye here on potential re-entry. We don't have one yet, but maybe coming up soon. Pause the video and wait here. We did break our records. We are over 70 points today. Our previous record was 60 the other day. So we might just take a break and call it a day here. We'll see. We're going to buy the 80s, long 280, yeah, buying higher prices, but that's what the charts and the New York Stock chart tells me to do here. Our stop is right below us here at 76.75. Might have been early on this one. Actually, we're out of the market 77.75 out. That trade, that exit might have been a little impulsive, but it wasn't doing exactly what I anticipated. But you see there's an hour left, so you know, I have mixed emotions about that one. Lost 6.75 combined points. We'll pause here and wait for a bit. I'm going to take the long 80. I'm going to try this again. Again at 76. We'll see if this is a repeat, but we accumulated a positive delta across the board during that small retracement. The last negative pullback column had a positive bias of almost 1300, and we have 10 minutes to the end period, so I think we can see a push up here. It's better to get on at 80 and get off at 90 than, you know, get on at 80, get off at 77 and watch it go to 90. So that was sort of our strategy here. It's not the easiest thing to do, but it's a winning strategy sometimes if everything else falls in line. So we'll try to be patient here and look for our target up in the mid-80s to 90. Watch the inventory now as we break up. Watch this inventory disappear. It should disappear if we rally up very high. Should see a very light bid activity. See if we can push up here. I've never really stayed until the close, but today might be a good one. Could be some short covering into the announcement. You know, they like to take the market as high as they can before the announcement, and I wouldn't be surprised we end up lower tomorrow than where we are today. Well, we're off to the races here. We have some cross volume up here in the 85s, but I don't think this is the stopping point for the L period. And the M period opens up in 6 minutes, so we're going to stay with this trade here. Well, if we break above the C period high, which is just a couple points above us, with any conviction, we could be off to the races with some short covering. 87 is the high. We went up to 86.75 before we retraced there. So we'll be patient. I certainly don't like this activity. We're going to take the 82.5 out, make up our loss for our loss last trade. The market went as high as 86.75. Couldn't get over the C period high. That doesn't bode well. I would say now there's a good chance we're going to head back to the point of control in the low 70s. I'm not positioned for that. But, you know, short covering, M period just opened up. Short covering should have propelled us higher, in my opinion, than retracing halfway down the L period bar. We'll see, though. But we made 7.5 points combined. It's enough to make back our loss. I'm not sure where we are in the aggregate, though. Look at that. I think we got out early here now. See if we can get in. Man, oh man. They take the 84s. We have 75 points for the day. You know what? We know where the destination is going to be. It's probably going to be at the 93s, but we have 75 points. I don't have a good trade location. You know, I'm not going to get back in the market here. We're going to produce a video and call it a day. Maybe take a walk in the park. 75 points. That's a record. That's a good day. Made some mistakes, but we made money today.